Hello everybody, so Dan just coming up now to cross the line. I'll tell you the story in a minute. So we're here, it's a beautiful day, and we were sitting back there, long story. Anyway, he's just coming up over here now. So okay, got his sails down, so keep going. Yep, we can go right up to him and just go around the back there. Here he is. Woohoo! He's been motoring. Hello. Welcome to Fiji. Hello. You just crossed the finish line. Yeah, I know. Long story.
No, you need to look by yourself.
Yeah, are you crossed? You got it on?
What's that, sorry?
You've crossed over?
Yeah, I'm already done.
How long ago?
About 5 minutes ago.
5 minutes. Oh, jeepers. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Anyway, good to see you here. Good timing. We can go right close if you want. Yep. Yep. That's cool. Okay, that was very exciting line crossing. We drifted back and we were saying, jeepers, he's taking his time, so we were sitting back there a little bit. But anyway.
Okay, yeah, no,
but
I just basically just went around the bend of the little...
yeah. Don't worry, it's on the tracker, but we got screwed up. First of all, we forgot that you were sailing down. We've been waiting for half an hour or something, and then all of a sudden we looked and said, oh shit, hang on a minute. So we...
I'm happy I got in as quick as I did, to be honest. So.
Absolutely. I mean, it could have been horrible, as you know, drifting up in the lagoon. So anyway.
I was worried about it, but yeah, it all went pretty well. So.
Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. That's cool. All right, so the bad news is there's a boat on the mooring buoy.
Ah, okay.
So you're going to have to anchor.
Yeah, right.
So that brand new air freighted anchor might get wet for the first time.
Yeah, so I'll get it out of his thing.
Yeah, exactly.
So is there...
So I will show you where the mooring, well, you can see those 3 yellow lights there?
Yep.
Okay, that's about the entrance. So you can just keep coming in. We'll bring you in and I'll show you roughly where to drop the pick. You know, that's cool. All right, sorry we didn't get you on the line. Jeepers, it's so funny. We'll tell you the whole story later, but anyway, that's cool.
But Dan did not sail in, right?
Yeah, did you sail across? Not that it matters. Will you say?
I had myself, right at the finish line, I didn't make it, so I just put it down and I used the engine the last little bit.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, that explains a few things. Because I was calling you on the radio, but I wasn't getting any luck.
Oh, I tried you a bit before, but I must have,
Yeah, no worries. That's cool. All right, well, you look good.
Yeah, no, feeling good.
Yep. Have you heard from Wilson?
Wilson,
Because he's nearly home.
he's nearly home, is he?
Yeah, the island's just back there. Castaway Island's just back there, and I thought, oh...
Actually, this one over here is Robinson Crusoe Island. I was thinking, I'm looking like one of
Yeah, no, that's where it was all filmed. So we thought the thing will be, Wilson will be rumbling, thinking, oh, jeepers, I'm nearly home.
home.
Yeah, anyway, that's cool. So you had a good trip then?
Yeah, that was really fun actually. It was, I had no issues at all. It was just nice weather the whole way, so
Yeah.
very benign, so I'm happy with that.
Okay, perfect. All right. So we'll probably head over towards the mooring buoy, right? And I think that's him over there, isn't it? That's him over there. Yeah, I can see you can...
That front job, I think it's on. Not those ones. Come down a bit. You see the one like there?
Yeah.
That's the mooring buoy.
Okay, all right. If we just head straight to that, and then you can anchor somewhere over there. All right, just follow us through. Yep, no problem. Yep. Okay. All right, so, well, that was a very unexciting arrival. But anyway, he was motoring as well. So we were sitting there. We'd been out here for half an hour or something, or more than half an hour, and watching him come through. And we were watching the line on the GPS, and Grant and I are talking about it, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden we thought, hang on a minute, we've drifted north of the line. And so that's why I said, geez, we better get down there. And I thought, crikey. And then we checked the tracker and the update on the yellow brick, and all of a sudden we realised, oh, jeepers, he's right on the line. So we bolted, but we just missed him. Anyway, but he's happy to be here, and he's going to have to anchor, as we mentioned before, and do something similar to what was going on with Renaud yesterday. So, because what had actually happened with this breeze, when Dan was coming across the lagoon, he ended up further to the west than the end of the line, so he had to come up, and we were watching him tack. You know, we're sitting there bits and pieces. So, so sorry you didn't get to see the epic sailing efforts of Dan coming through there, but he's here. It's about must be about 10:30 or 11 o'clock at night in 10 o'clock at night in Adelaide. So I'm sure there's a few people that are logged in for that. And anyway, we'll let him get the anchor down, and then we can have a quick chat. And the general procedure here is that, yeah, as you know, they'll come in the morning sometime with customs and doctor and quarantine, all that stuff. And even then, we won't do the big interview until the day after. We let them settle down first or whatever. So Renaud's currently snoozing gently in the first landing resort next to Vuda, because Vuda's cabins are all full, and then he moves into a cabin the next tonight or something. And I'm not sure what Dan is up to. He usually lives on board, so we'll see how it goes. So that's us, and Dan's tootling along beside. So yeah, that's him up there as well. That looks like him, eh? On the mooring over there. Yeah, I think so. If we just keep going towards him, and if he drops behind that, that'll be cool. Okay. Yeah, there was that cat there, but I think he's moved. Yeah.
He must have been only just off the reef.
Yeah, it was last night. Yeah. So we can. That's your two lights there, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. All right, we'll just hold back for him. We can just stop here, and we'll let Dan catch up, and then we can film him at least getting the anchor out. Okay. Not on the radio. I'm not sure what happened to the radio. Just keep coming, Dan. I better get some photos. Okay, you can see the white anchor light up the front there. Yeah. Okay, there's the boat on the mooring there. If you come up and anchor sort of astern of him or something, the bottom's probably about 10 metres.
No, more like about 16 to 18 metres.
Okay, it's about 16 metres there, but you've got that sort of depth right up to the edge of the reef. So if you stay roughly, between him and the shore, that's about right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, all very cool. So, Dan Holiday Man, he's made it to Fiji, which is a big one. Big decisions now for all the Australians. They're not far away from Australia, and when they leave here, they're sailing away to a new future in Antigua at the National Sailing Academy. And Dan's been doing really well. He's a performance sailor. He shipped the boat to Portugal, and it was late arriving by about 6 weeks or so, so it was a bit of a panic to get it all together and make the start in the transatlantic, which is his qualifier. And he sailed really well in the qualifier, nothing extraordinary. He was settling into the boat, but then started to perform pretty well once he left Antigua, and now he's hot on the heels of Renaud and doing all the things that a performance sailor does. So it's very much a race. So he's previously done the Melbourne-Osaka race. Some of the sailors will know that one. It goes from Melbourne all the way up to Japan. It was a two-handed race, and he'd never used any tools when he started building the boat. The boat build was about 4 years, which was a bit of an epic challenge in itself, and did some sailing in Adelaide before he packed the boat up and brought it over to Europe. Keep the budgets going. He and Nikki, his wife, decided that they should probably sell the house, so they did. So, and that's a massive commitment, but one that happens to a lot of sailors with a big dream. Certainly happened to me a few times, but that's another story. So, yeah, so we're just motoring in towards the entrance right now. Get it a bit closer. Anyway, but a few people happy to see him here, and Dan will be happy to be here because there's now a big break. Again, it's about 6 weeks before the start, so that's quite a considerable time. And there was, I think Dan's heading back to Australia at some point. Sorry?
There's the other cat.
Oh yeah, fair way in.
Come up a fair ways and just get,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. You got another boat anchored in close. That's a catamaran. You can see that anchor light further in, just to the left of the port and starboard lights. So you can still keep going a fair way in. The anchor light over here at the starboard is the one on the mooring buoy. So it's getting cool tonight. Temperatures are quite changing a lot. Okay, well this one wasn't an exciting one, but he's nearly there. Anyway, it happens. So the boat looks good. The boat looks pretty cool. His anti-fouling is a good one. Still looks very super clean. And he's got plenty of power in his outboard, which he didn't have to use. He probably was conserving it in case it was a drifter and had to motor up through the lagoon here. So yeah. He's got to get his anchor out. I'm not sure where it is and how far it's strapped down and all that sort of stuff, but that's cool. Be able to use my spot on that guy. No. Nope. Yeah, anywhere. You're still a fair way out, but anywhere here, wherever you're comfortable, eh? No worries. Okay, we can stop here and let him catch up a bit so we can get a bit closer, and he's Going to go down and get his anchor. Yeah, he's in line with the mooring buoy anyway. You got plenty of room wherever, you know. So yeah, it's the same sea state. You won't be rolling around too much. Yep. Yeah, just going to get his anchor. So one of the jobs Dan's got to do, it's we told everyone in Fiji, in Panama, about their high vis, and the cabin side you can see on most of the other boats. Dan Turk is the same. The yellow on the cabin side's faded, and it doesn't rate as high vis anymore, so they've got to replace that. And I'm not sure whether I think Dan is vinyl as well, so they'll put new vinyl on that for the rest of the trip. But the boat's looking good, you know. I won't call it halfway around the world, but it's sort of getting close, and it still looks pretty new. So a few little issues. Some of them are changing rigging here. They're going to replace the standing rigging. Dan's got the hydrovane on there. He doesn't have to do much for that. He's got probably not a lot to do work-wise. Anyway, he's got his EcoMax MIDI radar reflector right at the top of the mast, right up the top. And Dan's got a low targa at the moment. He's got a targa there holding his solar panels, which are fixed, and everything seems to be working pretty well. He's got his Starlink on a permanent antenna there. No wonder he's watching movies with Nikki and stuff. it's working. Some of them just bring it out and turn it on and leave it on deck, but I think we've lost 2 Starlink antennas, didn't we? 2 boats. Kerry lost one, dropped over the side, and who else lost one?
I only remember Carrie.
Oh, maybe it's Kerry, yeah, okay. So that's it. We'll wait until Dan drops the pick and have a quick natter with him when that's coming through. He's probably got it tied on. Everyone has a different idea here. On Trekker I had my anchor tied there, but I had the anchor rope and chain in a bag, just a watertight bag, so get the anchor out and then shackle them on. Here he comes. So, yeah. It's a bit of an effort to anchor, but Dan's story had his anchor. He lost his anchor in the Marquesas. It was hooked up in an old mooring or something. I'm not sure, but he couldn't get it up when he was due to leave, so he had to leave it behind. So he sailed without an anchor from Marquesas to Tahiti, and then the similar thing had happened to Renaud. Renaud lost his anchor and he bought one in Marquesas, and it cost like $600 or something. So Dan got his parents, who were flying out, to buy an anchor in Australia and put it in their bag and flew the anchor to Papeete. So he's got a brand new anchor, I think, that may not have been wet yet, unless he used it in Pangai, in Vavau. Maybe he did. So, okay, we can probably keep it going. Geez, the water's warm, eh? We've got water coming in on the back. So, how long you been going, Jinjin? 18 minutes. We'll wait until he drops a pick and then we'll say good day. Can't exactly switch off while he's not there. So this was all a bit earlier than we thought. We were watching him when he came through the gap there, coming in through the reef into the lagoon. He was down to 2.5 knots at one stage, and that was probably the tide coming out and the current slowing him up a bit. Here comes the anchor. But then as soon as he got through that, he was back to sort of 4.5 knots, 5 knots. So I thought he might be till 3 o'clock in the morning or something, but he's a bit better than that.
We'll just, I think he should just come up a little bit though before
he wants to.
drops it.
Yeah.
Just come back up a little bit.
Oh, he might want to just drop it.
Okay.
Yeah. Rather than go back to the engine, he'll just get it going. Geez, a big anchor. That's cool. That's going to do the job. Yeah, it's not a problem. Okay. Cheapest, no shortage of chain either. Bloody hell. That's pretty slick. That's going to hold you on the bottom.
Yeah, it's an oversized chain as well.
Yeah,
Yes, see that.
that's all right.
So should be good.
Nice to know you got it.
Yeah, that's right. When after the thesis, when we got, because I get new chain as well, I decided to get a bigger chain.
Yeah.
Don't get that stress when you.
That's pretty solid, eh?
That's pretty solid, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well that's the stress gone.
There we go.
Well done.
Yeah, well done, eh?
Outside.
So,
Sorry you had to drop anchor. We just had a boat just come in. We didn't expect it.
No, that's okay. No stress.
yeah,
I'm happy with that.
that's all right.
Happy just to be here.
Yeah, I can imagine. So we should have got Renaud to come out as well, but he's dreaming at the moment. He's daydreaming in the resort. He was really tired when he got here. So, and you'll be pleased to know the first question he asked when he got here says, "Where's Dan? Where's Dan?"
That's what my dad said. He says, "Oh, the first question you asked him, where's Dan?"
Anyway, good job, eh?
Thank you.
So boat looks good. You look good.
Yeah.
And sorry we didn't catch you with your sails up, but anyway.
No, that's all right. No, I had the it was good sail across here. Had a full main and just a jib, but it was nice flat water, so the boat was going on really well.
Yeah, exactly.
First time I've had.
No, I was quite surprised. I didn't think you'd get in here that quick. You know, I thought the weather would drop off, but it hooked around because we had the clouds just in late in the afternoon. You know, so the systems come over the top of the island. So you know, anyway, it's good. Perfect. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. All right. So so the guff is just listening on channel 11 in the morning.
Okay, so
Channel 11.
do I just give them a call or?
No, they know you're here.
Okay.
We confirm you're here, and then they'll. I'm not sure the scheduling with the other boat and everything. It'll be up to customs, but it'll be sometime in the morning,
Okay.
and then we'll either come out and come back in with you, or we'll be on the radio and then we'll meet you at the customs wharf.
Okay. Cool.
So when you go in the channel, the customs pontoon is straight. It just keep coming straight in. It's starboard side too, right? So you put your fenders on the starboard side,
Right.
and just your mooring lines. That's it. You know. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So you're good then?
Yeah, no, it looks like I'm pretty well set. So
Yep.
yeah, I guess I'll have a nice sleep and
Enjoy the serenity.
enjoy the serenity, and yeah, I'll listen out for the call in tomorrow.
Yeah. See you then. All right.
All right, guys.
Well, that's good, eh?
Yeah, no, that's.
Thanks for that. Well, enjoy yourself, and we'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Dan. See ya. Okay. Rightio. So that's us done. So Dan is in, and we didn't get to see him sailing, but anyway, that was part of the challenge. Race committees. Anyway, all good. So we'll be back, and we'll see you in the morning sometime. Not sure when, because there's another boat, and they might go in first. So it could be anywhere between 9 o'clock and say 10:30 or something.